Hi everyone. Today we're going to be talking about how to multiply using an array, which is a new skill for fourth grade. We're going to do three different problems. We're going to do starting with a 2-digit by 1-digit equation, a 2-digit by 2-digit equation, and then a 3-digit by 2-digit equation. Let's start. Our first equation is 43 times 8. In doing this problem, the first thing that I'm going to do is to break apart 43 into tens and ones. So 43 is 40, which is 4 tens, plus 3, and my single digit, I leave that alone because it's a single digit. Now I create my array. When I'm creating my array, I make sure that I have enough space that I can put 40 in 3 and then 8. Then I put my multiplication sign in the corner and I begin to multiply. So the first thing is 3 times 8, and then in this box, I'm solving 40 times 8. 3 times 8, 24. 40 times 8, 320. If students are not understanding 40 times 8, bring them back to the basic fact, which would be 4 times 8. And then I tell them just to add on the zeros. My last step is to add 320 plus 24, and I add just like I would normally add, and that equals 344. So 43 times 8 is 344. The next problem that we're going to do is a 2-digit by 2-digit equation. So my equation is going to be 57 times 39. So just like before, I separate my number into tens and ones. So 57 is 50 plus 7. 39 is 30 plus 9. When I create my array, I want to make sure that I have space to multiply all of my numbers. So I make sure that I can do 57, and then I make sure that I can also multiply it by 39. And then I put my multiplication sign in the corner. In this box, it's 7 times 30. Same thing, we still look at that basic fact, which would be 7 times 3, and then I add on the 0. In this box, it's 50 times 30. Same thing, I look at the basic fact, which is 5 and 3, and then I add in 2 zeros because there are 2 zeros in that equation. In the next box, I've multiplied 7 by 30, 50 by 30. Now I'm going to do 50 by 9 and then 7 by 9. So 50 times 9 and then 7 times 9. My next step is then to add all the numbers. That's always my last step. So I have 1,500 plus 450. For accuracy, you want to make sure that you are adding each box one by one. When I'm finished adding those numbers, just to make sure that I'm accurate, I cross them off to show that I did add those together. So then I add another number, which is 210. I cross it off, and then I add my last number. That's my last number. I've added all the numbers in my box together. My answer is 2,223. So 57 times 39 is 2,223. The last equation that I'm going to show you is multiplying a 3-digit number by a 2-digit number. If you're noticing, some of the steps should look very similar. I'm just repeating it. So we're going to multiply 523 times 72. Same thing, I break apart my number. Now I have hundreds, tens, and ones. So I break it apart, 500 plus 20 plus 3. I break apart 72, 70 plus 2. And then I create my array so that I have enough space to multiply all my numbers. So 523 times 72. So I multiply each number by 70, and then I'll multiply each number by 2. So 3 times 70, 20 times 70, 500 times 70. Now I'm going to do 500 times 2, 20 times 2, 3 times 2. So 500 times 2, 20 times 2, 3 times 2. My last step, add all of those numbers, combine it together. So I start with 35,000, and I'm going to add 1,000. I do it one by one just to make sure that I'm accurate. And then as I add them together, I cross them off. Next, I'm going to do 1,400. Cross it off. Next, I'm going to do 210. Cross it off. Then 40. Cross it off. Now 6. Cross it off. So my answer is 37,656. And that is how you multiply using arrays. I hope this helps understanding the new math.